Hey everyone, today I'm digging through this old box to see if there's anything worth repurposing. Wait a second. How is there a brand new blade in this box with no handle? I have no idea how it ended up here. Alright, I think I should make a new handle for it. Don't worry. Let's get started. I'm starting with 4 pieces of cardboard, all the same size, to use as a mold for shaping the knife handle. You can easily cut them from any cardboard box you have lying around. Now I'm going to glue these 4 pieces of cardboard together, stacking them on top of each other. Alright, the glue has set and the cardboard is now 4 layers thick. That thickness works perfectly for making the knife handle mold. Next, I'm going to fit the knife's half tang to visualize and shape the handle before marking it on the cardboard. After visualizing the handle in my mind, I'm going to start marking it directly onto the cardboard. Alright, I've just marked out the basic shape of the knife handle. Now I'm going to cut along the lines with the knife. Alright, for now I've managed to create a simple knife handle as the first step. Now let's move on to the next step. In this step, I'm going to wrap the mold with aluminum tape. The goal is to prevent the material I'm going to cast from seeping into the cardboard, keeping the mold intact and easy to remove later. Why aluminum tape, you ask? Well, its smooth surface and decent non-stick properties make it ideal for this purpose, and it can handle a bit of heat if needed. This way the edges of the mold stay crisp and clean. Plus, it's easy to work with. You can wrap it around all the corners without worrying about tearing or distorting the shape. Just make sure it's fully wrapped like this and you're good to go. This step only requires a little bit of finesse. I've also prepared a rectangular piece of wood with the right dimensions. We're going to stick a piece of tape onto the surface of the wood. The idea is to create a lining for the mold so that the material won't stick to the wood when we pour it. Now we're going to secure the cardboard onto the wood with glue, making sure it's stable. Now it's time to finish up the mold. I really need you to pay close attention on the screen so you don't miss any details. These are the last two pieces needed to complete the mold. Now we'll finish assembling it and fit the knife blade in, getting ready for the casting step. I'm starting the mold making process by cutting a hollow half of a Coca-Cola can. The material I mentioned earlier is these 2 sticks of hot glue. We'll cut them into smaller pieces, put them into the can, and then melt them down. Once the hot glue has melted, we'll add a spoonful of baking soda into the can and stir it well. That's it. Now we'll pour the hot glue into the mold to form the knife handle. Did you know? When you mix this hot glue and baking soda thoroughly, you'll notice it's starting to thicken slightly. This is when the baking soda particles fully integrate with the glue, helping the mixture harden faster once poured into the mold. Stirring it evenly is really important. If any spots are left unmixed, the handle can end up uneven, affecting both its shape and durability later on. You should spread the mixture evenly into the mold quickly, because if you wait too long, it will start to harden. Once that happens, fixing it becomes tricky, and the only way to correct it is by using a heat gun to re-soften the mixture. I think I'll give it a light heat with the gun, then wait for a while to let the mixture cool down and solidify. Alright, now let's go ahead and remove the mold. It's a bit tricky. When removing the mold, make sure to be careful and avoid the blade catching your hand. After a bit of effort, we've finally taken the mold off. Now it's time to use the knife to trim and shape the handle. For now, I think this will do. Next, I'm going to use sandpaper to smooth out the edges so the handle feels more comfortable to hold and doesn't hurt your hand. And that brings us to the end of today's process, where we built a new knife handle using nothing more than a few simple and accessible materials. From preparing the cardboard and tape, to pouring the hot glue and baking soda mix, we've ended up with a functional piece that we created with our own hands. Sure, it may not be perfect, but the real value lies in the experience itself. The satisfaction of experimenting, learning, and turning everyday items into something useful. If you found this process interesting, I encourage you to give it a try yourself. Who knows, you might even come up with an even better version than mine. And I'd love to hear about your results, so share your thoughts or stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss what's coming next. Thanks for staying with me all the way through, and I'll see you in the next project.